So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.
Well, the city of Seattle known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field.
Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. And right away, he lost the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the
sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now the first carry for Bush. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Not a productive opening drive, 3 and out, and more struggles for a team really that hasn't won a game in a long time.
It can be really discouraging for everyone else on the team, especially the guys on the other side of the ball that have to trot out there and see a little more futility in this losing streak. So I know coaches who look at these situations and say to themselves, let's be aggressive, let's go for it right here and try and turn our fortune around.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Noah Igbenogany that time up to make the play defensively. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. From the 41, Burrow. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a first down.
The Seahawks in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Here we go. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Bush trying the middle, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
They run up the middle with Bush. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. They give to Bush going right. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bush.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Lamar Jackson, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the 49ers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
11.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
11 MT,
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11.
Now Burrow. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
They'll run the draw here with Swift.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And Ingram holds it in. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On the delay, it's Bush. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, here's Swift.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bush. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
11 empty. 11.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
11. 12.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
11, mighty. 11. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Gun. Stop.
Burrow going for it on fourth.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
To the air again, Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the 49ers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson now. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Finding space at the 40.
He's at the 40. 20.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes the play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Sort of interesting going with a draw play there. Do you like that call?
I don't, but it would be a lot more powerful coming from me if I'd said it before the play actually happened, if I'd first guessed it. But look, a draw in that situation, heavy risk reward. If he walks in, it looks like a...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. They're going to keep it on the ground, and he touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. The drive will start with an option going left. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Bush. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
I'm wondering.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this 4th quarter.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
11 MT, take.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And this is caught. That's Watkins.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
And Burrow going to throw again.
Finding room at midfield. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Burrow.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
37 yards.
And the Seahawks are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As we prepare for these games, we notice offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. And when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Bush. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Going up top. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Steps away to his left. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11 Thomas.
Burrow looking to pass. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all,
Here we go.
do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And that'll bring up 4th down.
11 mighty.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nick Chubb, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
Go.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Missing, right?
They'll run it with Bush. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
11.
Now Burrow. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands spacing and when the ball's arriving, which hand to put out in front to try and knock it away. And he just exhibited it on that play.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And this one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On third down, Jackson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own